Hi, my name is Gerald Benjamin. I am the CEO and founder of Profit Gold and Profit Drive. Thank you for coming to our website. I wanted to take a few minutes and just put together a real brief YouTube video that would be easy for you to watch, that would just give you the core values of who we are and what value we provide the industry, so that you will know very quickly what we can do for your company and move forward on that information. I've owned 9 companies since 1993. And one of the things that I have noticed consistently when I started this company in 2004 was that companies around the world don't have an issue in the skills or their knowledge of what it is that they're doing that they need to fix to become more profitable in their industries. What I have noticed, though, is that they're just not as efficient as they want or need to be in order to become profitable according to the vision that they've set for themselves. I'm going to illustrate that point because this is what gave me the inspiration to start Profit Gold in 2004. I want you to think about your staff. I want you to think about the vision that you had for your company when you started it, and what you wanted to accomplish, not just the revenue you wanted to make, but the impact you wanted to have in the community, the impact you wanted to have on your clients, the unique value that you wanted to bring to the table when people interacted with your company. Now, I want you to get that firmly fixed in your mind, and I want to be able to just, in your mind, I want you to imagine me taking all of your employees, setting them in separate rooms all by themselves, and asking them the very same question. What is the vision of this company and how do you fit in that vision? Do you believe they would tell me the exact same thing that you would articulate to me if I were to ask you that question? See, because if your answer is no to that particular question, then that tells all of us, and yourself included, that you're not running nearly as efficient as you need to be, because they themselves don't know what the vision is for the company, and so they cannot operate in the most efficient way possible, simply because that key piece of knowledge is missing. Let me ask you another question. I want you to imagine that, think about your superstars. Think about the people who are on your team that are just indispensable. They know what's going on. They know how to execute. They're great with your clients. They're great in their sphere of leadership. I want you to think about those people. And now that you've got them firmly fixed in your mind, I want you to imagine that starting now, they're no longer a part of the company. For whatever the reason. It doesn't have to be anything tragic, but just they're no longer a part of the company. Does your company have the documentation that it needs to where we could bring in somebody else off the street, and in 3 to 5 days they would be just as efficient as that person? See, if your answer is no to that question, if you don't have that documentation in place, then what that tells us is that your company is not running as efficient as it should be. And this U.S. statistics, which plainly state that productivity in U.S. companies is only between 40 and 60% of its capacity, comes from that reality. And so when you look at my company now, Profit Gold and Profit Drive, and you say, well, what are we about? That's what we're about. We're the bridge between that 40 to 60% that you're losing and what you could be making. We create that documentation. We come into your company, we sit down, we consult with you, we find out what's working, what isn't working, and then within a 90-day period, we create the documentation, and we create the training, and we administer that training that allows your company to have exactly what it needs to be effective, not only in a documentation format, but also in a vision format. If you know, as a company owner, you can't walk around the room and say, well, here's my vision, and all of you need to adopt it. You know, that's not necessarily going to resonate with the people who work for you. But if someone on the outside comes in and says, here's the vision of the company, how do you see yourself? I think you know, it goes without saying that they're going to tend to be a lot more open and a lot more willing to receive it. That's the value that Profit Gold and Profit Drive brings to other companies that we serve around the world. We represent over 50 companies now, or 50 industries now throughout the world. since 1993. I started my companies, and like I said earlier, in 2004, when I started this company, it was because of the very same information I just provided to you. I wasn't efficient, I didn't have the documentation, and no one understood my vision. However, when I started to get outside help and I started to get consultants to come in and provide me those tools, all of my companies became profitable. And in fact, most of them over doubled in their profitability. Now, while I'm not here on this video to make those promises to you about doubling your profitability, I can say within 90 days, you're going to see a huge impact in your business. And that's what we're all about. So I invite you to accept a complimentary on-site consultation with us. It's very simple. All you need to do is just click on the Contact Us tab. All you need to do is click on we have an online calendar that you can access on our website. Just simply click on that. Let's have a conversation with you. Let's make sure that we can provide that unlimited value that you're looking for. And it costs you nothing for us to come down and sit with you and show you how we do it and make sure that you're comfortable with the budget by which we can do it and the speed by which we would go ahead and implement those changes. So thank you again for visiting our site. I wanted to keep this brief. I don't want to hold you up any longer. I want you to take a look. I want you to ask questions. And most importantly, I want you to get in touch with us so that we can provide that value to you. So thank you again, and we look forward to serving you soon.